Israel offered him $150 million to be more pro-Israel than they already were, to be harder in their support for Israel, and in particular, to support regime change in Iran and to support their ethnic cleansing and genocide in Gaza. And Charlie Kirk refused the money. And I have independently confirmed that, by the way. I've heard that from 4 people. 4 people that I trust that are in the know.
Nick Fuentes is exposing this insane conspiracy. That is that Charlie Kirk was offered $150 million from Bibi Netanyahu to keep supporting Israel, and Charlie ended up feeling threatened and he canceled his trip to Israel. And then a few weeks later, just a few weeks later, he is then assassinated tragically in front of his wife and kids. Let's get straight into this because Nick Fuentes is talking about things that the lamestream media refuses to talk about. And that's why you come here, because I actually report on what's actually going on. Let's get straight into it.
Say that Charlie Kirk was offered an infusion of $150 million by Israel. Okay? That would double Israel's budget, or excuse me, Turning Point USA's budget. Turning Point USA has an annual budget of $140 million. Netanyahu offered Turning Point $150 million. For one purpose and one purpose only, to shill for Israel harder. Turning Point USA is already pro-Israel. They're not anti-Israel. They've never been anti-Israel. Charlie Kirk has, in the past, criticized Bibi Netanyahu. He has criticized secular left-wing in America. He has criticized a war with Iran, the famine in Gaza. He has never opposed Israel in itself. He has never explicitly opposed Israel. Israel offered him $150 million to be more pro-Israel than they already were, to be harder in their support for Israel, and in particular, to support regime change in Iran and to support their ethnic cleansing and genocide in Gaza. And Charlie Kirk refused the money. And I have independently confirmed that, by the way. I've heard that from 4 people. 4 people that I trust that are in the know. So this is coming from Candace Owens, a friend of Charlie Kirk. This is coming from Max Blumenthal, who purports to have a source. And I have heard from a handful of people independently of those sources that this offer was real and that Kirk turned down the money. After Charlie Kirk turned down the money, Netanyahu asked if he would come visit Jerusalem and give him the re-education tour. The museum, the burned babies, the beheaded babies, the one that Elon Musk took, the one that our Speaker of the House took. Anyone that's ever criticized Israel has been subjected to. He refused that as well. They offered to bribe him. They tried to re-educate him. He refused both offers.
Crazy stuff, guys. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe. And I did get this video clip from Based Lore. I will link their YouTube channel down in the description. Go check them out and go subscribe.
They have to get to the bottom of this. If it was Israel, if it was leftists, we need to know what threat we face. If Charlie Kirk is being gunned down for not taking money from a foreign state to support their war, that's a problem. If Charlie Kirk got gunned down by a terrorist cell of insane left-wing trannies, we need to know that too. And what we're getting from the government is not good enough. Trump is playing golf. Kash Patel is at dinner. They don't seem to know what they're doing. Trump is posting on Truth Social about football. Allegedly, one of his close friends, one of his important allies, is laying dead. And we don't know the killer, and we have no idea what's going on. There could be reprisals. There could be copycats. Where's the leadership? Where's the press conferences? And by the way, I am sick and tired of seeing the worst governor in America, Governor Cox from Utah, this pro-trans, left-wing, anti-Trump scumbag, constantly jumping in front of the cameras and giving campaign speeches. I have had enough of him. This country did not elect that dirtbag. This country elected Trump to appoint a DOJ and an FBI director that would get to the bottom of things like this. And where are they? See you in Valhalla? Fuck you. Posting about the NFL rules? Fuck you. Where's our vengeance? If we can't get justice from the government, you're going to get vengeance from the people, and it's going to be ugly. And I don't want to see that. I'm not encouraging that. That's not a threat. That is an observation. If you deprive the people of justice, if the enemies of society are not deterred by the government, there will be more bloodshed. And we're just not getting it. Where is the leadership? Where's the messaging? Where's the information? Where is the whole of government effort to get to the bottom of this, keep the American public apprised, to deter future attacks, and to ensure that this will not happen again? Where is it? And shame on all of the Trump shills for not calling this out. They will praise anything. The Cracker Barrel logo, the Department of War, the Gulf of America. And honestly, I was, and I'm not just trying to politicize this, but I was genuinely disturbed by Trump's reaction to Charlie Kirk's death. Isn't this your friend?
Yeah, how did you guys feel about President Trump's reaction to Charlie Kirk's assassination? Let me know in the comments below.
They asked him about it the day after, and he said, yeah, anyway, so we're building the new East Wing. Are you serious? You got shot. This is your 31-year-old friend who supported you for years. You know him by name. Your son is friends with him. It doesn't seem like he could be bothered. He didn't go to the memorial. He's golfing. He's dancing at a sports outing. He said he got the news about Charlie Kirk. Oh, and I was in the middle of building the beautiful new ballroom. Really, man?
Yeah, it's like, screw your ballroom. Okay, we got bigger fish to fry. Figure out who murdered your friend.
What a disaster. So it's not actually my job or Candace Owens' job or Max Blumenthal or Dave. It's not our job to get to the bottom of arguably the worst political assassination in America in the century. It's the job of our elected leaders, our appointed leaders, the head of the FBI and DOJ. I'm sorry, wasn't Kash Patel supposed to be on the money, no pun intended? Wasn't he supposed to be the MAGA FBI director that would clean house? Wasn't it supposed to be different? What is going on? Enough is enough already. It is ridiculous. And they're wheeling out this douchebag in front of us, giving campaign speeches about unity. You know, Governor Cox, go fuck yourself. I don't want to see you anymore.
Yeah, Governor Cox, go freaking eat a cock, okay? Excuse my French.
I want to see the president. I want to see the FBI director. I want to see the attorney general. I want to hear a plan. I want to hear a message. I want to know that the enemies of society are going to be investigated and brought to justice, whoever they are. And not the least bit for politics. You'd think at the minimum, because this is a friend of the president, but I guess even that means nothing. Smoking gun that really brings it all home. Because, and I'm going to be really honest with you, when people said that Israel was behind Charlie Kirk's assassination, I said, don't be ridiculous. Charlie Kirk, and rest in peace, God bless his soul, Charlie Kirk, we all know, was supported by pro-Israel patrons. Until the day that he died, he never recanted his support for Israel. Publicly and openly, he defended the administration's cover-up of the Epstein files. He defended the administration's bombing of Iran. In the same interview with Megyn Kelly, he said, "You're never going to lose me. I will always support Israel." Be that as it may, after Netanyahu offered to give him all this money, and he refused, Bill Ackman hosted an event at his home where Israeli mouthpieces like Seth Dillon, a Jew, and Josh Hammer, a Israeli mouthpiece working for Ben Shapiro in a previous job listing. Charlie Kirk refused to listen. He was offered a trip to Israel. He refused. When the FBI could not locate the alleged gunman on Wednesday, do you know who stepped up and offered a $1 million reward for information leading to the arrest of Charlie Kirk's assassin? Bill Ackman. And just who do you think that $1 million will be paid out to? It looks like it will be paid out to the alleged killer's father. Tyler Robinson was allegedly turned into law enforcement by his father. His Mormon father, the Mormon father who turned in his gay son dating a tranny who killed Charlie Kirk, is going to get a $1 million payout from Bill Ackman, the man who, according to friends of Charlie Kirk, menaced him for not taking Netanyahu's money and supporting Israel's war in Iran. Do you think Bill Ackman is just generous? He's a vigilante? Put another way, the billionaire that allegedly threatened Charlie Kirk, the billionaire married to an Israeli who took money from Jeffrey Epstein, who is, by all credible observations, working on behalf of Israel in some context. The guy that apparently menaced Charlie Kirk is the same guy who will pay a man $1 million for turning in his gay son, implicating him in the murder of Charlie Kirk. Anybody find that a little bit suspicious? This is a tweet, a real tweet that Bill Ackman put out last week. He said, quote, "A number of people have reached out and or posted expressing concern that Tyler Robinson's father may collect a $1.2 million reward for turning in his son," which inspires a few thoughts. First, in order for rewards to be effective in finding criminals, the rewards need to be paid even if the recipient is a crook or worse. That said, in this case, if the father is found to have been involved or otherwise acted negligently in contributing to Charlie's death, civil litigation or criminal prosecution will reverse unjust compensation. I've also seen reports that suggest Tyler's family intends to waive its right to any reward. So yes, we will pay the reward if it is earned to whomever the FBI indicates provided the information that led to Tyler's arrest. To me, that might be the smoking gun. That might be the connection that slipped everybody's attention. So, Bill Ackman allegedly menaced Charlie Kirk over Israel. Now Bill Ackman is paying $1 million to a Mormon man turning in his gay son dating a tranny, implicating him in the killing of Charlie Kirk. I see a bit of a conflict of interest there. Now, with that being said, I'm not running with that. I'm not stating that as fact. I'm saying that requires careful scrutiny. It's not, at the minimum, there is the appearance of impropriety. That's not a good look. And that needs to be investigated.
It does.
And I credit that observation to Arthur Bloom, who's being investigated in Virginia for calling somebody an Israeli spy. Go figure. He put me onto this. I'm not going to pretend I came up with it myself. But at the minimum, that needs to be investigated. And I'd be very interested if the father receives that payout. If he doesn't, then maybe there's nothing there. But I find that to be very conspicuous.
Yeah, I agree as well. Let me know your thoughts as always in the comments below. And if you made it to the end of the video, comment an orange heart. It does help boost the video in the algorithm. I will be going live tonight around 8 to 9 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. So I hope to see you guys there. We will be unpacking all the conspiracies regarding Charlie Kirk's assassination. I hope you guys all have a great day. Bye.